now in New Jersey, the Southern Poverty Law Center is going after an organization known as Jonah. Jonah is one of those clinics that does something known as gay conversion therapy, which has been deemed ineffective by many different professional organizations and those who are experts in the medical field. Now, the reason why this is such an important case is because the Southern Poverty Law Center is actually going after Jonah and other gay conversion therapy places for consumer fraud. And if a jury indicates that consumer fraud is happening because of these organizations, well, it could have a very serious effect on other states and the gay conversion therapy organizations that they have. Now, let me give you some information about Jonah and some of the gay conversion therapy that they do. Now, according to The Atlantic, they profiled the story of one boy who actually ended up going to this center, and here's some of the treatment that he had to deal with. For one session that reportedly cost $100, Downing, who is apparently one of the employees at this place, asked Levin to stand in front of a full-length mirror. According to court documents, Downing told Levin to say a negative thing about himself and remove an article of clothing with each criticism. When he was fully naked, Levin alleges that Downing told him to touch his penis and his buttocks. Eventually, Downing said, "Good," and the session ended. Now, this is a type of therapy that these organizations claim can change your sexuality. But as we all know, sexuality is unlikely to change. Is sexuality fluid in some cases? Absolutely. But if someone is born gay, it's very unlikely that they are going to change their sexuality if they go and get this type of so-called treatment. A map created by the Southern Poverty Law Center actually indicates that some 70 organizations across 20 states practice this type of therapy in some form. 3 states, however, including Oregon, California, and New Jersey, as well as Washington, D.C., have already banned this practice for minors. What we need to do now is focus on banning this type of practice entirely. And if you find out or figure out that this is consumer fraud, it could ban the practice not only in New Jersey, but throughout the country. So if these organizations are claiming that they can change your sexuality, which they can't, well, it is consumer fraud. But what's much more important and much more serious is the fact that gay conversion therapy leads to people harming themselves. It first of all starts off with the stigma that being gay is wrong, which of course I don't agree with, and then it ends with people feeling shame and guilt about their own sexual orientation. As a result, many people who have gone through this type of so-called treatment have either attempted suicide or have done other damage to themselves. And of course, the psychological impact of this lasts for a very long time, and it's very difficult for people to work their way out of it. So should gay conversion therapy organizations be shut down? Absolutely. There's no question about it. When we have medical professionals saying that this causes more harm than anything else, and when we know that sexual orientation is something that's unlikely to change, it's not something that people choose, then it's ridiculous to know that this type of stuff exists in the country to begin with. So my final judgment is it's time to man up and realize that these organizations need to be shut down. It's harming our society and it's unnecessary.